Well, hello everyone in YouTube, this is Faruway, your manga reviewer from the best small island of Singapore. Going to give his review of One Piece chapter 801 titled Opening Declaration. Now this week's chapter of One Piece is simply amazing. I cannot even contain my excitement about this chapter because we finally get to see Luffy and his entire crew's new bounty in this chapter. That's right, we're getting new bounties in this chapter. We all thought that the new bounties will appear in the previous chapter, but it did. Oda delivered it in this chapter. Or I simply call him, oh Goda! Goda, you deliver it! Not only that is happening, but Oda put a lot of detail and effort in this chapter and he delivered a lot of surprises in it. And also the ending of it, Sanji. I will talk about him later in my reviews, but I will make this review quite short because I can only do a review less than 15 minutes because of the strike I have. So, without further ado, let's get this review started. So this chapter can be divided in 3 parts, the beginning and the middle and the end. So the beginning of this part is that we go back to Dressrosa Palace where we find out that CP0 has returned and they are investigating the weapons that were smuggled by the Don Quixote pirates, but apparently they were all taken by the revolutionaries thanks to Sabo. And we find out that the members of the CP0 that were sent there is none other than freaking Rob Lucci himself. Rob Lucci is part of CP0 along with Spandam. That's right. Even though that character was wearing a mask, you can tell that it's Rob Lucci with his beard and the pigeon Hattori on his shoulder. And there is of course Spandam, who apparently both of them have already joined CP0. And Lucci was talking to someone in the Dendemushi was actually Kaku, according to the Japanese translation, saying that the way the person speaks, his dialect is similar to Kaku. And that means that Kaku is a member of CP0 now. Which also could mean that the former members of CP9 could have joined CP0. I think it could be possible. And I'm quite surprised that Spandam is also a member of CP0 now, and he addresses Lucci as Sir. So while all this is going on, we see the people of Dressrosa, they're now living their normal peaceful lives alongside the dwarves. The dwarves already came out of their hiding, and they are now living with the humans in coexistence. And we saw King Riku preparing to go to the reverie soon, so that is something that we should take note. We also saw Leo handing blueprints to the people of Dressrosa to build a statue of Luffy / Lucy, Kiros, and freaking Usopp with the expression on his face that he apparently scared Sugar. We then saw Rebecca and Mancherry on her shoulder going shopping together. And also, not to mention, there's a boy wearing a shirt with Kuma on his back. And then the closing narration to the country of Dressrosa is official. The Dressrosa arc is over. Then we get to the middle part where we saw 4 marine ships on the seas. They are on their way to impel down to escort Doflamingo there. And in one of the ships, we saw Fujitora and Sengoku eating ramen together. Fujitora, he won't be able to go back to the base because he have yet to capture Luffy and Law and bring their heads back. And Sengoku was annoyed by Fujitora's stubbornness, saying that he should at least go back to the base and apologize to Sakazuki for letting them go. However, Fujitora, he doesn't want to ruin his pride. We saw Suru sitting comfortably on her chair and watching over Doflamingo, who was chained up with Kairoseki stones all over his body. And seriously, at the moment we thought we were going to see his eyes, but he actually wears a new pair of glasses. But who cares about his eyes anyway? Doflamingo is very disappointed with Fujitora. If only the Admiral sided with him, they could have taken out Luffy and Law, and that Doflamingo was able to handle everything in his control, and he had everything in his fingertips. However, now that he has been defeated, all the people, all the pirates, all the monsters that he have gathered have already run amok, about to cause havoc to the world. And that's where we get his epic dramatic speech. Who's going to control the seas now that the big leagues are going to take part in this? And we saw this one awesome panel where it shows the silhouette of the Yonko, the worst generation, the Shichibukai, the Marines and the Revolutionary Army. Then we get to the panel where we saw the silhouette of the Marines. We saw Sakazuki and the 3 admirals, Kizaru, Fujitora, and the 3rd admiral, the 3rd unseen admiral in the silhouette, Ryo, Gukyu, or Green Bull. Now, it seems that the character has wavy hair, and I know that a lot of people saying that this character could be based from Toshiro Mifune, the legendary actor that stars in the classic Akira Kurosawa's film The Seven Samurai. But we have yet to find out this character's gender. We don't know whether Ryo Gukyu is actually a male or female, but either way, it's fine with me. Then right beside the silhouette of the Marines, we saw the silhouette of the Revolutionary Army. We saw Dragon, Sabo, Ivankov, and another character who I have no idea who he is, because it looks like he's a male character and he's also in the silhouette. I had a feeling that could be the Crow or the Raven Zoan. I think that was seen in the chapter where Sabo left Dressrosa and he was riding in the flocks of crows. So yeah. And all of these group and factions, they are going to fight for this one throne. And from the looks of it, from the way Doflamingo's speaking, it looks like something you heard or seen in Game of Thrones, because they are fighting for one throne, the throne of the King of Pirates. And he ended off with the greatest war in the history, the Throne Wars. That's not like something you hear from Game of Thrones, right? Yeah, it has to be. It has to be. And following after that, we saw a ship following the 4 marine ships that is escorting Doflamingo to impel down, and this ship is commandeered by Captain Jack, who was mentioned by name back in Punk Hazard arc. And we saw a subordinate wearing a horn helmet was checking out the 4 marine ships that is carrying Doflamingo, and that subordinate actually appeared as a silhouette back in Punk Hazard arc, where he was watching Caesar's demonstration of Shinokuni. We also find out that Jack is allied with Kaido because on the sail of his ship bears Kaido's Jolly Roger. And not only that, Jack is about to take on the 4 marine ships and bring back Doflamingo, despite the fact that Sengoku, Fujitora, and Suru are aboard. Jack's subordinate, the one with the horn helmet, says that it's quite risky for us to take them on. But Jack apparently disagreed with that and decided to take them on. Despite the fact the higher marine officers are aboard the ship, Jack doesn't care less about that. And he decided to go straight on to bring back Doflamingo. We only see a glimpse of his appearance on his face. He seems to have bloodshot eyes, and he seems to have like a iron metal jaw similar to Morgan and that one bounty hunter. I think his name is Jin Argo back in the Colosseum during the Dressrosa arc.